Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Ramday's April Hangout. I hope you've been having a fantastic weekend. With the close of the last financial year, I think this Hangout will be focused on a few updates from the last financial year, mainly from the impact team and updates from the chapters, because those are two areas that Samya and I have been working on. So I started with updates from the impact team. I'm happy to say that in the last financial year, in 2014-15, our total disbursements added up to over 6 crores. We have impacted over 5,000 lives in the last year. And more than everything, we actually built 7 new partnerships and from varied sectors, from handloom weaving to waste pickers. I think the impact team would never as much as we did in the last financial year. Very challenging entering new sectors, trying to see how our loan products can be customized to these communities. But I think they were on a roll. We really had a good time. And the other program that went on really, really well was our Roots of Empathy program, which is our training program for our partners, if I can call it that. What it has led to is a deepening of relationships with our partners, where they've been able to understand Ramde better, and we've been able to be more empathetic towards their needs. I think we've covered one round of training with all our partners. We're looking at how do we continue this in the next financial year. Apart from that, key updates from for this financial year, looking ahead, we're looking at tripling the number of lives we have impacted this year. So a tall task for the impact team, but we're also ramping up the team. On that note, I'm also happy to say that I've taken over as Chief Impact Officer from Samya. So very happily handed over the role to me because Samya is moving on to take on a much bigger role as Chief Belief Officer of Ramde. So she'll be looking at taking on the HR function, looking at how we will actually how we will be able to attract the best of talent, how we'll be able to retain them, and how we'll eventually be a world-class team. So Samya will be really focusing on that. On that note, I will hand over to Samya to give you a few updates on the chapters front. We've had some really exciting conversations in the last few months.
Yeah, so thanks for that, Smita. And I think given the kind of impact updates you're listening to, I'm sure that you believe, or rather agree with me, that the Chief Impact Officer already, that is Smita, has been creating ripple effect already in the field as well. So coming to the chapter updates, there's so much to share and talk about. Is we have so many chapters, but the kind of work that we are doing, I think, is tremendous in terms of seeing that there's an extended team across different geographies. So I'll start off with each chapter separately so that I can really focus on letting you know what actually happened. So if I pick on UK, so there are multiple things, and there's a strong team there, and especially championed by Rohit and Sukrit, and the team has spread across Cambridge and Reading as well. And they've started reaching out to education institutes, youth groups, as well as a lot of Indian origin groups there. And what has actually happened is this has led to a lot of media coverage, plus the registration in UK is in progress, and an intermittent bank account has been created for that. Plus, what has also happened is the bi-weekly meetings that the UK team consistently has also ensured that other people in the chapter have started campaigns. One of them is Sujat Amar's campaign, which was a 21K run campaign that was done on Ramde. And I think that has led to a lot of people coming on board, new social investors, plus of awareness about Ramde. And what's also been happening is whenever there are volunteers traveling to India, they have kind of kept us in the loop, and this has led to a lot of field trips happening while we are here. So a couple of them to mention is we had Shaili from US who had come in recently for a visit to Kolkata, and she happened to visit our impact partner in Kolkata by name KSDF, and her experience and the kind of journey is what she has blogged about, so that's available. In addition to that, we also had Rohit write about his experience as a how the chapter experience has evolved for him. So I think these are different touch points that's really supported big time, because we talk about it, plus people themselves go to the field and see the impact so closely that they're able to relate to what is being there online. And coming on to the US itself, there are a couple of team members there who are really focusing on one, creating a lot of awareness in different universities. Plus, there's a bigger plan to ensure that we have towards the East Coast and the West Coast a lot of presence basically through volunteers. And other thing that the other Indian groups have been doing is in Mumbai, the Standard Chartered Marathon happened in January, and the Mumbai volunteers or the chapter members have ensured that we got it registered. Plus, they were able to raise about a lakh and odd through the marathon itself. And apart from that, we've also seen that the Bangalore chapter has taken on bit more a role in terms of ensuring their supporters. So in the next upcoming week, they're going to do a field trip to Mysore, and they're also trying to help us in creating a campaign for the TCS 10K. So the entire runway team is gearing up to do the 10K run, and we are training ourselves over the weekends and having a good time. We have the support of other people who would like to support us, so we'll put up the campaign soon for that. In addition to that, the first time meetup happened in Singapore. So all the chapter members have actually been saying they would like to catch up, but it didn't happen for a while. But this happened in the last couple of weeks back. Plus, in Mumbai itself, one of our other chapter members who works with a corporate signed up for a volunteering program, and that has kind of led to a corporate trying to, the volunteer activity that the employees are into. So this way, there's a lot of synergy. There's a lot of action happening in different geographies, and I'm really looking forward to see that more chapters come up. In fact, Smita, in the recent conversations that we have with our social investors, we know that we have chapters coming up in Saudi Arabia, in Netherlands, as well as in Austin. So we will really look forward to see that the chapter network extends, and we have really seen that chapters are not just about getting awareness done and getting social investors on board, but the fact that in fact, I would like to share the story where couple of our volunteers and chapter members have gone on to choose the social space because of the kind of experience they've had on our field trips. Sharda, one of the corporate, she was working in a corporate and she happened to join us for a field trip to Charaka. And after that whole experience, she kind of took a plunge into the social space, and I'm really proud to see that she's actually closely working with our impact partner currently, which is Charaka. Another incident is in Bangalore, we have a partner called Hasirudala. So one other person who joined us in a Rangdegu event happened to meet the partner, like the kind of work they do, and then again switched on from her own setup to join into Hasirudala. So this way, we are very happy that there's a lot of meaningful thing happening in the sector because of these kinds of challenges. I'm really looking forward to see, what more we can do at a larger scale to see this, really pan out into being not just a runway chapter, but to help the entire ecosystem move ahead, and while people have day jobs, and contribute as much as possible to the social sector as well.
I think the role of the chapters has envisioned to be much larger than even what Runway stands for. It's really about creating that awareness about social issues, about social causes, getting people face to face with the problem, and then we believe that at some point they'll take action. And some of the examples that Samna quoted stand testimony to the fact that there are people, waiting to get into the social space. All they need is a platform. All they need is an opportunity to understand what the problem is, and action will follow. So some of these instances have been really good positive outcomes of the events and campaigns we have organized. Going back to the impact team, our next social accounts for the last 2 financial years is going for its audit in the month of May. we're actually covering 2 financial years, and we're also putting together an independent panel to audit our accounts this year. We're also looking at how do we scale deeper with some of our existing partners, looking at different programs with them, and also trying to see how do we have a point of presence in geographies where we've never made a beginning so far. So that will be really the focus for the impact team this year. And of course, we'll continue to make sure that we apply Six Sigma on most of our critical processes. The good news is we have started to train our partners. So part of the Roots of Empathy program was also to give them an introduction of Six Sigma. And I'm so happy to say that a few of them have also taken the lead and have started implementing Six Sigma on some of their processes. So seeing a lot of success there, you'll also be able to see our latest API dashboards on the website. As with everything, we try and publish everything that we do at Runway, be it the runs or be it Six Sigma, everything is out there. And if you see there's anything missing, do let us know. And if you're in Bangalore, catch us for any of the runs, just drop us an email. We'd love to have 2 people running with us to keep us motivated. But 10K is something that we're all looking forward to. So with that, I think we'll be happy to take any questions that any of you may have. Okay, so the first one is a comment, and yeah, it says, Samna, lovely to see you again. I'm tempted to quit volunteering and join Runway full time. Yeah, so do get in touch with us. Looking forward to it. Like I said, yeah, we are actually building the team. There are several positions for which we've had conversations with people. Some are in their final stages where we are going to make an offer. For some, they've already made an offer, so you'll see a lot more people on our team page soon. The next one. Hi Smita, it was great to read your interview in the Better India where one of the items you touched was that we intend to increase the loan amount disbursed by a factor of 10 in the next 3 years. Could you please elaborate on that a bit more? Yeah, considering that we have actually built a good network of partners so far and we have a fantastic visibility of new partnerships, we think that we'll be able to disperse a lot more capital and reach out to many more people. So I think we'll definitely be able to increase our disbursals by about 10 times in the next 3 to 4 years, and we're quite kicked about it. So we're going to be starting this year. So like I said, we'll be tripling the lives impacted this year as compared to the last financial year, and we only hope to see an upward growth going forward.
Yeah, also to add that kind of growth is a significant contribution by the CSR itself. So, what I would like to share is all of us as a team have been really trying to look at which are the organizations which would like to kind of connect with us for CSR, and a couple of conversations have actually gone well, and we have talked about it in different forums. So, we've had McAfee and Genpact, which has come on board with us for the CSR partnership, and we're currently having a couple of conversations in the pipeline, which we kind of believe will eventually end up in good CSR conversations. So, people who are viewing this, or anybody who has a thought on it or would like to kind of connect us with corporates that you're associated with, it would be great for us to kind of take that kind of conversation.
And before we sign off, would like to sign off with a high note actually. As we speak, one of our social investors, Akash Nahar, is trying to reach the 12,000 feet at the Mount Everest, and I think they're at the 11,000 feet mark. And what Akash has also done is created a campaign for Runway. So as he touches the 12,000 feet, what he's trying to do is get his team to promote his campaign on Runway. Do check out Akash at 12,000 feet on our campaigns, and do support him and spread the word that the campaign is gaining a lot of traction. And Akash actually got in touch with us just before we started his expedition, and we were able to set up a page for him, and then it's going on really well. So I think that's a campaign that all of you should watch out for. We have another question, so let me just. Are there any opportunities coming up in Delhi? I'm a development consultant and would want to associate more with our Delhi.
Yeah, so of course, I'm really not sure about a Delhi-centric position at this point. But what I would like to suggest is if you could share your profile, and then we take a look at it and respond back.
Yeah, you can write to us at work@ramdeo.org. Okay, we'll just wait for a couple of moments to see if there are any more questions coming up before we sign off. All right then, so enjoy the rest of your weekends, and we'll catch you soon on the next Hangout with interesting updates from probably a different team next month. So it's definitely going to be the first week of the month, and I hope to see you guys again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.